Swamiji, the next question is on compromise. How does one set or understand the limit of sacrifice or compromise to keep the relationship healthy and joyful? How do we ensure that we are not taken for granted or neglected? Also, how do you know when to let go? If you believe that you must accept people as they are, then you must not give up on any relationship, right?
Okay. So first and foremost, I must know that what I am doing, is it a part of my duty which I am unnecessarily thinking as a compromise on my freedom? Then I have to change my perspective. Because many times adjustment and duty is considered as a compromise with one's own way of living. I would like to do that, but now I'm not able to do that. I'm compromising in this relationship. So duty and adjustment don't mean compromise. What is the meaning of a compromise? When I give up the lower for the higher, it is called sacrifice. When I give up the higher for the lower, it is called compromise. In a compromise, I am getting exploited. In a compromise, dharma is getting violated. When we do a compromise, universal values are disregarded. Basic human need for love, respect gets compromised. In a sacrifice, there is joy. There is discomfort, but there is joy. People who love their children, parents sacrifice so much, they don't say this is compromise. Patriots who love their country, they say it is a sacrifice. They don't say it is a compromise. In a compromise, there will be exploitation that happens. In a compromise, there is ego. In a compromise, there is no mutual, there is no respect of that opposite person. I am getting exploited by that opposite person. So basically, my respect is not there at all. When it comes to that situation where there is this kind of a situation where I'm completely getting exploited, in spite of doing what is my duty, then the time has come to take a strong stand or quit. Because exploiter and exploited both are responsible for exploitation. If I allow exploitation to happen, I am equally responsible. And nobody says that I have to continuously keep on maintaining a relationship. If it comes to this point, I have to walk out, I have to walk out. But the thing is this point coming because of my ego, or is this point coming because genuinely I have tried it and it is not working? Sometimes it is just an ego. I don't want to put hard work, I don't want to wait, I don't want to have patience. On a small little thing, I just blow my top and I say, okay, I'm dropping all this and going. If it is based on ego, then that is not appropriate. But if it is that yes, one has done what needs to be done, one has been dharmic, one has been able to be forgiving, accommodative, all that. Same thing in Mahabharata. They did all this. And nobody says that I have to maintain a relationship always. Relationships also have their own life. So the question here is, when we say that you must not give up on any relationship, that is not said anywhere. That don't give up on any relationship. No, if a relationship is going against dharma, I can drop it. Bharat tells that to Kaikeyi. Bharat tells Kaikeyi, I disown you, you are not my mother. Because if you do not have devotion for the Lord, then I don't need to be considering you as my mother, and you have in fact banished the Lord from here just because you wanted me to become the king. I don't want such a kingdom. So if it is against dharma, if it is compromising basic human dignity, where the potential of a person is not even manifesting, it is getting hurt and damaged, then I have to walk out. Why? Because otherwise I will incur negative karma by myself, by encouraging exploitation. In this country also that has happened or not. We allowed the invaders to come in and trample upon us, rule upon us, because we had a misunderstanding of the concept of ahimsa. If in self-defense I have to fight, I have to fight. Nobody says that don't fight. Why do all our gods have weapons? Because if I have to protect myself, I have to protect. But of course, that should not be based on ego. That should be based on principles. So, when this stage is reached, that time then one has to walk out. That stage one will know only when one has given one's best. One has done it in a spirit of true love, accommodativeness and forgiveness. One is not allowing ego to rule. That person then will know. In that, if there is a fear of losing something, I must find out that. And find my security within that. If I drop this marriage or if I drop this job, what will I lose? Because if I am getting exploited in that and I am wanting to quit but I am not able to quit, I must be attached to something which I am not able to drop, and I am insecure on that. Now then it becomes a compromise between my inability to drop my attachment and my decision to walk out. So then it is not a compromise with the person outside, it is a compromise actually within me, which is what is hurting me. That I want to walk out but I am bound, I can't. Then the frustration is more. That time one needs to have the courage to just drop, have that inner sense of security that whatever happens I will deal with it, and make your plan, make your steps, then drop. If that has to happen, that has to happen. Then don't worry about that.